So, I will give you all a recap, and then we'll jump right into it. You all are the members of Gnome Force Star 07. You're currently in the region of Kopanes in the continent of Vassanoka. You are an elite specialist force that is going in to turn on the valve of Lowly's River, which is this waterway that leads all the way from the coast to the mountain cities that the gnomes live in on the south end of Kopanes. So you've just met up with a small scouting unit that was out, and...
Aren't we, like, we're trying to...
Turn on the valve.
Yeah, I'd say turn on the valve to get the aqueduct flowing again. That's literally all I remembered.
Yep.
It was the general plot.
We murdered some lizard people.
2.
You did.
Alright, we met some lizard people. That's right.
Can we skin them and use their hides as disguises? Try to remember gnome dimensions as lizards.
Right, I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Could all three of you roll an insight check for me right now?
Insight, right.
I'm not very insightful.
I got a 16.
9. It's a wisdom stone.
8.
Perfect. Your fearless leader, Hugh. Because he is technically the leader, as far as I remember.
Oh yeah, because I'm a wizard.
You have the crystal. And you have the crystal.
I was the outsider, and I have the crystal.
Anyways, after just killing these lizard folk, Hugh racks his brain and he remembers a few things about lizard folk culture. He knows that they really love a free meal, and often you can get out of combat in some way by simply throwing a meal at them. And he also remembers that lizard folk are indeed cannibalistic of their own kind.
I feel like I could have had this idea. I know where you're going.
This sounds familiar, like we've treaded through this before, I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe that's because that's where we left off. I don't know. I'm fine with just running again, just in case we didn't.
Maybe it's just all coming back to you.
Probably. Right, so they're up to eat, sometimes each other. That might work. Yeah.
You saying let's cut some ham hocks off these lizards and toss them to each other?
I'm saying maybe we can maybe navigate them into thinking they get a free meal, and then they just kind of run into each other, break them up into groups, and the like. Yeah.
It's not the worst plan.
Right,
It's the equivalent of you smell like a cheese, and I'm gonna eat you anyway.
Yeah, I think.
Right then.
Let's get to work.
Alright, so you guys going to take a whack at collecting a little meat from this?
Yeah.
Why don't you two roll me a survival check?
Okay.
And as you two are
Because I don't need to do the dirty.
pull out your knives and go to start hacking at these lizard folk, Hugh feels a vibration and then sort of a hum coming from his pocket, from his rucksack.
Right. Didn't think I forgot to turn my dildo off, but that's alright.
And as he goes back to see what it is, he finds that it's the crystal that the captain had given him before they left. And as his hand makes contact with it, he hears the captain's voice. Hugh!
He just covers it up to try and muffle the sound. And he like leans down, his mouth down in between his arms and his chest towards ours, like, shh, what's going on? I'm stealth help right now, Captain.
Well, yeah, I know that, Hugh. I sent you on the damn mission.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're literally right in the middle of like a stealth thing.
Well, you
now.
didn't check in last night. I just want to make sure that you damn kids were still alive.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we were partying, and I think we forgot. Sorry about that. But we're all good here. How are you?
Y'all are partying? Who are you partying with? You're in the middle of the enemy territory right now.
I don't know. It was some nice guys. I think they pretty sure they were on our side. I don't know. I got kind of a bad memory sometimes.
Hugh, shut up. Stop your rambling. Listen here. I just wanted to see what your ETA was to get into the valve.
How close are the other two?
Just like
A couple feet away.
5-10 feet away,
Okay.
maybe.
Psst. How close are we? Are we almost there? We almost got it, right?
Verga looks up, covered in lizard blood. I wasn't really thinking about that just now.
Well, Cam wants to know. I don't already got a straight answer.
Before leaving the camp, I believe Jimmy did tell you how far away you were. I think he said
Yeah,
you
he
were
did.
a day and a night's journey away. Or 2 days' journey away.
Okay. Cam, we're like, I don't know, like a day, maybe 2, day and a half, day and a quarter. Skip up and a jump. You know, just about there.
Well, just make sure to check in when you have time this time, alright? And remember, if y'all are gonna die, make sure to destroy that damn crystal. We can't have it falling in the enemy's hands.
Right? Check. Will do. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Shut up, boy. Get back to work.
Goodbye. I love you.
And Hugh hears this kind of ringing and vibrating, buzzing sound. Just
Please deposit 5 coins.
what were your guys' survival rolls?
13.
16.
Alright. Verga is able to collect 3 nice, size, kind of like steak pieces off of this lizard folk, and Chompsky is able to collect 5. So you guys have a total of 8 little
Lizard steaks.
lizard steaks, yep. And it is still early morning. You guys had just taken off from camp not too long ago before getting to this engagement. So you guys have a full day's travel ahead of you. There are 2 options, I suppose. You guys are right next to the Lowleys River, which is currently empty. There's no water in it. So your 2 options are you can kind of follow the edge by the trees and stay in the forest, or if you want, you could go down into it. You'd have, less in your way, but you'd be more visible.
Alright, boys. As team leader, I think we should stick by the river. Be a little less conspicuous, less noticeable.
You want us to hike through hard ground when somebody was just barking up our ass about getting there quickly?
Well, I don't think it's really going to deter us time-wise too much. I think the captain's more worried about us not getting caught.
Well, you're the boss then.
I suppose we could always get down in the riverbed once it's dark. But for now, might be a better idea to stay on the side.
Right, get on it then.
Alright, so as you guys head out, can I get athletic checks and stealth checks?
So my athletics check was a crit fail.
Put him in a wheelchair!
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. What's your modifier?
+5.
So it's 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
And then the stealth check is a 14.
I went like the other way around. I got a 19 on my athletics, but a 9 on my stealth.
Yeah, I'm more akin to him. I got a 9 on athletics and a 14 on stealth.
Okay.
So we're like darting around tree trunks and he's swinging from treetops.
Boom, 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 boom.
So as the day goes by, Gnome Force Star 07 bobs and weaves between the trees atop the retainer wall of the Lowly River, and constantly keeping an eye out ahead of them. They find that it is quite rigorous. The top of this wall is quite hilly, and the constant sneaking and darting between trees becomes a little wearing on them, but they are able to remain completely unseen. They didn't even really notice any lizard folk, and as they had heard before, they were expecting light lizard folk presence as they're currently out on a festival, where they're breeding festival of life thing.
Basically, there's an orgy going on, and we're going through the trees like Kronk trying to leave the palace.
Yeah.
As night falls, what is the party going to decide to do?
We haven't seen a damn lizard all day. I say, risk having a fire, have a little bit of steak, and have some rest.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think maybe we should keep going through the night.
Well, the sooner we get there, the sooner we can get back to a comfy, nice bed and breakfast.
Well, and the longer we're out here, the better chance that we get rolled up on.
Yeah, stick to the job. See it through to the end, I guess.
Yeah, but think about it. Money.
I heard you. My feet are just sore.
Perhaps a short break for a dinner before we press on.
I can agree to that.
I need to at least rinse me feet off. They've been sweating hardcore in these boots.
And how do you plan to do that?
There's a creek running through these woods.
Where?
Wasn't there?
No.
You mean the dry riverbed we've been running
Oh.
across?
The river's dry as a bone unless you've got somewhere else to go.
All right, you were. Well, it'll be good to take a nice cool bath once we get that river started again.
I'll agree to that. Maybe we can find a boat up there. Give ourselves a quicker way down.
Now that's thinking ahead.
Alright, well, what's deep?
Good lizard steak here. Three of them.
Yeah, but we do need it for the bait. But,
We've got 8. Eat 3, save 5.
I guess we could spare some. But, I don't know. Still not too trusting about putting out a fire out here. I don't want to, eat raw lizard steak.
It's not too late, right? Like at this point.
Like it's dusk.
Okay.
The sun is setting.
Right, well if we cook them quick, we can get them done before the sun's full down and...
Alright, you got me convinced. Let's go cook them.
You tried to eat it raw.
Again, I'm going to need all 3 of you to roll survival check.
I will survive.
Well, these rolls are easy when your mod is 0.
15 for me.
19!
8?
Okay, so as Hugh says, let's get this fire started, Verga immediately runs off and starts collecting firewood, and Chompsky starts clearing off a spot on the ground of all the brush and digs a small pit, and when Verga comes back over, they're able to quickly get a fire started.
Great job, boys. Great job.
Hugh, in the meantime, was able to pull out a couple of the steaks and kind of start to cut them up a little bit from, big sizes into a gnome-sized portion. So, you actually are only going to use up
You trying to say gnomes are small?
2 of the steaks.
Right, so I count a little bit oblong. Sorry about that. I'll take a small piece. Don't want you to worry about it. Don't want you guys to go hungry.
We're making sure of that.
Just throw a stone right there in the fire and just cook them right on top of the stone.
Basically.
Sear them up nice and good.
And then you guys going to kind of smother the fire and head out?
Yeah, obviously we gotta put it out. Didn't you ever listen
Put it out, put it out.
listen to Smokey?
Put it out!
Yeah, that's what
Only forest fires can prevent you.
Well, I do say, it does a body good to have a hot meal after a good trek. Well, I do suppose I'm ready to get back at it.
What? So I think I'm dead myself there. The hot meal just really makes you sleepy.
And this is going to be constituted as a short rest for you guys if you're depleted on health or anything. So, as Gnome Force 7 fills their bellies with lizard steak, they are replenished and are ready to get back at it? Are they going? They're going to continue through the night. Is that the plan?
That is the plan. Yeah.
That is the idea.
All right. Are you guys going to continue on the top of the retainer wall, or are you going to head into the river?
I think we plan to head into the river for like extra
Casual.
cover.
Yeah, I think, like we talked about before, I think the logic was once it got dark, we could go down into the river because we'd probably have just about as good of a chance of being seen in the dark down there as opposed to on the bank, because then we're not dealing with as much stumbling over stuff. Although, I mean, I have dark vision, but I don't know. Do you guys have dark vision?
We're all gnomes.
Oh, you're right. No, all gnomes have dark vision. That's right.
Do lizard folk have dark vision? You'll find
Nobody knows.
Of course, the
I
week
believe
that
they
I
do.
didn't
Actually-
bring my bestiary.
That sounds like a, maybe an insight check. Or a history check. To see if you know.
Sounds
lizard
like a
folk.
lore check to me. I suppose.
I mean, I'm not the DM. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just saying.
I would never play that card. Probably should figure out how to. Well, since my word is law.
What I say goes around here, bitches.
I actually was playing around with the idea of adding in fake checks for certain things. Like, have one that's essentially like a cool shit check. It's like if you do something really cool, just let them roll for that, and then if they roll well, they get a bonus for it or something.
Kind of like, can I do a triple backflip stabby stab?
Like, okay, sure, roll your dexterity. Then you do it. If you do it good, just like, yeah, so that actually increases your damage because they're so in awe at seeing you flip over them that their eyeballs are looking right at your daggers when you come down.
They're basically stunned the entire time.
They're like, what?
Oh no, it's the purple shirted eye stabber!
It's like the Peaky Blinders.
They don't.
So we have advantage at nighttime.
Anyways, so you're going to
take his eyes.
You're going to head into Lowly's River. And then as they do, I get a perception and an athletics check.
You don't have to fight a dry bone sprite. So perception and
6.
athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
6 for perception. Critical success for the athletics. So that makes that a 25.
Nice.
So perception's a 5, and the athletics is a 13.
I also got 13 for athletics, but I got a 21 on perception.
Beautiful.
We're too busy stunting to realize what's going on.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Fucking that opening scene from The Office. Parkour!
It's a good thing that he's in charge.
Verga and Chompsky find the terrain of this riverbed extremely easy and are having almost a fun time running and bounding from rock to rock, whereas Hugh is far more cautious. He's not having a hard time moving on the terrain at all, but he's constantly scanning the tops of the walls and occasionally is telling both Verga and Chompsky to...
Boys, you wanna like knock it off so we don't, die?
And
Too busy
when seen...
mantling terrain.
And the one time he saw lizard folk...
Lizard folk.
Push up shenanigans.
Where's he at?
He's up on the wall up there, about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10 o'clock, up there on the wall.
Alright, I'll see him.
Good eyes.
Thanks, I was born with them.
Did you happen to notice any more with your eyes?
Did he?
Nope, he just
Okay.
saw a lonely scout on
He's
the top
left out
of
of
the
the
wall.
orgy.
Hey guys, I'm the eunuch.
No, he's the incel.
Well, I think just a scout.
And-
We should really get moving.
Yeah, after just a minute, the lizard folk completely vanishes from Hugh's sight.
Well, and he's gone. So either he didn't see us, or we're totally fucked.
Well, that can't be good.
Right, so let's keep parkouring our way, but at a faster rate.
Right, double time.
Doing.
Parkour!
I might. Why are you banging those coconuts together?
Well, they help us go faster.
Keeps me speed. Alright. As Gnome Force Star 7 continues through the night, the sun is the very first rays or start. The sun hasn't risen yet, but you can see the sun starting to peak on the horizon. And just then, with the first light of the rising sun, you're able to spot the retainer wall all the way at the end of the river with the valve that you need to get to.
Oh, well, it looks about a half a day's march up ahead, doesn't it?
Let's see, about 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5. Yeah, I'd say that.
Me bones is weary, but we gotta get there.
Well, might be worth getting out of the riverbed now. We don't want to be standing in here when we turn it on anyways.
It's a straight shot from here if we just take this riverbed up there, though.
Right, if it leads into the riverbed, then this is a definite way to get to it.
Alright then.
Although, if that scout saw us, we don't want to be trapped in the low ground.
How could that scout have seen us, eh? We didn't even get close enough. Did we?
Well, nobody's looking down into the riverbed, and I don't think he'd be looking down there just for fun.
I mean, he didn't have a torch or anything. I don't know how he would have seen us.
Yeah, I'd rather be careful than lizard meat. That might be why he caught us. He might have smelled the lizard meat.
Well, you're the boss.
Well, he ran away from us, didn't he?
I know, just up and left, turned around, walked right away.
I'm just saying they are cannibalistic.
Right, which is why if he smelled the lizard meat, that's why he probably would have smelled it. I think they can smell real good. I mean, they don't smell good, but I think they have the capacity to be able to use their smell reciprocators to, pick up the smells.
You got something wrong with your nose if you think they smell good.
No, I'm not saying they smell good.
Oh, you mean that, catch wind real easy?
Sure, I guess it's another way to put it. Thought my way kind of covered a little bit better, but, teach his own. Anyways, and then Hugh is gonna hoist himself out of the riverbed.
Alright. It's a pretty steep wall, and you're not finding any built-in ways to get up right here, so it's just going to be a bit of a free climb.
Well, in that case, he's not gonna bother.
Not going to bother.
Not gonna bother climbing out yet, no. Well, actually, I'll continue trying to climb.
Just an athletics check.
Okay.
For everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, he ain't getting out of there.
It's an 11.
19.
So 3.
Alright. As Verga and Chompsky head up the wall, Chompsky's making an easy climb. Verga keeps looking back at Hugh, and
Keep up with that.
so he slowed down, but just continuing to go. But when they're about halfway up the wall, Hugh slips and loses his grip, and I'm going to need a dexterity save.
Right, down I go. 12.
He's able to regain the wall, and then take another shot at athletics.
And toss him my rope.
Do you want to? I got a nat 20.
The adrenaline
Yes.
and a little bit of the embarrassment of slipping Hugh after regaining control just springs up the wall and nearly beats Chompsky to the top.
Right, keep up, Starbucks. We got a ways to go.
He said nearly, not beats him. Don't get ahead of yourself here.
Well, he beats Verga.
Yeah.
I mean, he said boys.
Well, it was only because I was looking back to make sure he didn't fall. Lucky blighter.
Quite a recovery in the second act, eh?
Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. Well, boys, time to duck and weave. Duck and weave.
Through the trees we go again.
And this is just going to be a straight stealth.
Okay, here we go. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. 24.
Hey, I got the same thing, except it was a 6.
So you got a quarter of my score.
Yeah.
You somehow did better than me.
Oh, no.
Oh, why is it that the one time I roll good, you guys are just dragging the party down?
Carry on my legacy.
Can I, be in the front pointing out where the loud sticks are to them because I'm doing so good?
Stick.
I feel like that would compromise your own stealth, mate.
And what was it, Bronson?
A crit fail.
Oh, well. There's actually
that
no
makes
crits
it a
for that,
3.
though. Oh, yeah, that's still kind of bad.
He falls and a stick stabs him in the leg.
My leg!
As the party continues on, as they get closer to the wall, they start to hear the sounds of civilization, as there still is a small community that is camped here. You know, there's a village here, and a few of the residents are still present.
Oh, God, are they still having their orgy party?
Oh, that's somewhere else. That's where everyone left.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, is this
These are still.
These are the
outskirts.
grandparents and the little kids.
is this a gnome town or a...
No, this is the lizard folk.
This is a
This is a
lizard
lizard
town.
folk town.
Yeah, we're deep in
Okay.
enemy
You're on
territory.
the coast now.
Well, he just said a town. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I'm just trying to refresh your memory that our whole mission is deep within enemy territory. So there's not going to just be a gnome civilization right in the middle of lizard.
Ever heard of
Country.
Berlin, my friend?
Alright, fair.
Anyways, continue.
Unfortunately, as they get closer, they are passing by a scouting party or a patrol around the city of 2 lizard folk, and they hear both Verga and Hugh walking and are starting to sneak up on them. But Chompsky, being so stealthy and not being seen immediately by these lizard folk, is able to alert Hugh and Chompsky, who were about to get pounced on by these lizard folk. And Chompsky's going to have the first attack, but then you two are going to need to roll initiative.
So are these guys just coming up, close behind the two of them?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna start, I'm just gonna, turn and start running towards the one on the left.
Uh-huh.
And as I do, go, "Hey, boys, about face!" And then I'm going to, use my fists, and I'm gonna punch this guy real good.
Alright.
Gonna fist him real hard.
Alright, so... Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'll just roll them all at once, because I have a bunch. Another dirty 20.
That will hit.
17.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I'm also going to use my flurry of blows and use a key point for that. That's an 8. That's probably not going to do it.
Nope.
And that's 21.
That will hit.
Alright. So 4 strikes. It's too bad Ash is.
I tell you, my initiative is 8.
So I hit him for 36 points of damage total.
As Chompsky comes running up on this lizard folk, he turns his head right at the last minute and catches a fury of uppercuts into his jaw and chest and falls down on the ground dead. What was your initiative? 8?
8.
Okay. And you?
2.
Alright. What's your initiative bonus? Probably something, right?
0.
Oh. Roll again.
Do you want me to roll an initiative, or are you just going to put me at the top of the order?
You're at the top of the order.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was just top of the order.
14.
Well, we've only got rid of
Okay. So, it's going to be Chompsky, Lizard 1. Then, it's going to be Verga.
Oh, it's Verga, not Venta?
Verga.
Correct.
Oh.
Verga.
It's not venti either.
You. So, that means it goes straight to Verga. And this is the lizard right behind you.
Okay. Well, Verga's going to take his great axe off of it. Well, both of his hand axes is down. And he's going to use Reckless Attack, crossing some distance to the closest lizard folk.
It's right behind you.
Right behind me. And also use an extra attack, so that's going to be 4 hand axe attacks.
Okay.
Don't even have to close the distance. You can just turn and
around.
spin with the hand axes.
Yeah.
Do like a whirlwind attack.
720 no scope.
First one is a 16.
That'll hit.
6 slashing damage plus strength, so that'd be 9 damage. Ooh, critical success! So I don't need to roll for it.
That'll hit.
Ooh.
So, that's 14 damage.
20 total.
The attack after that is 22
That'll hit.
for 10 damage. No, 8 damage.
28 total.
And 14.
It doesn't hit.
Okay.
As Verga sees the lizard fall behind him and he turns around, his 2 hand axes fall from his waist into his palms, and with a fury of blows turns around, cutting this lizard folk 3 times in the neck, and he also falls to the ground dead.
Come on, you cheeky blighters.
Hey, boss, it's a good thing you brought us along.
Yep, yes, good thing. I like to keep my hands squeaky clean.
Chompsky just looks down at his hands that are literally covered in bone matter from having shoved them inside of a person.
Hey, a lizard.
A lizard person. Whatever.
A lizard.
A Larson.
A lizard.
But not a Larson.
Or maybe. Who knows? We are all
Right, you would fucking have your
They're
hands
all gnomes
inside his body, Temple of Doom style, and he'd fucking look down and then look up at you and be like,
Who knows?
"Yo, man, you want to go get fucking high?"
Larson's a changeling. He's been a lizard folk the whole time. And he's also a necromancer, so who knows how old that dude
And
is.
who knows where he comes from? Because we never learned that.
Larson has no backstory.
It turns out Larson actually is lowly. Older.
Larson had a backstory, but he smoked too much weed, so he forgot about it.
Got it.
Now he's just vibing.
Listen, man, I came from the land of,
Fuck, I don't know.
Alright, you have 2 more dead lizard folk.
You want to hit it?
You have 2 more dead lizard folk at your feet. Do you want to try to collect any more stakes off these guys, or are you going to continue forward?
I would suggest
The first route would just be opening up their skin and let the meat do the job itself right here.
DM, how close are we to the town at this point?
At a steady marching speed, you would be there by about midday.
And it's like, what? Like early morning at this point?
Yeah, it's like 6, 7 in the morning.
Okay.
I do suppose we can try to harvest a little bit.
I mean, it might be too far away for them to notice anything all the way out here.
Right? I'm just trying to work quickly.
I mean, we still got 5, right? That might be enough.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Well, if the point is to keep them, away from us while we're trying to get it going, I'd say the smart thing would be to leave them here and just pop them right up, maybe throw them into the river. That way they can go down in there with in the river and try and harvest the body, and in the middle of that, boom! They just get drowned.
What if we throw them in the river, set them on fire? Then people will come looking.
It'll smell like steaks.
I'd say it'd probably help spread the smell. I like this idea. Let's do that.
Alright.
Yeah, throw them in the riverbed, pile up a little bit of wood, catch them on fire.
Get 2 more survival checks.
I will survive.
Wait, you said 2 more, so you just want them
I
to?
mean, if you wanted to.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
15.
Once again, Verga and Chompsky are quickly able to collect a small pile of firewood and are able to get a fire started on these 2 corpses in the riverbed quickly. And then let's do a perception check.
11.
9.
21. 21.
Once again, Hugh's able to, with his very keen eyes, spot a small bit in the retainer wall carved just a little ways down from where you guys had lit these fires. This fire. It kind of looks like a small staircase carved into the rock, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys to get up.
Right, guys. Over there, there's a staircase to help you get out of there.
Alright then. We better double time it out of the riverbed, otherwise, we might draw some eyes we don't want on us.
Good. Let's get on it.
So we are leaving the riverbed post-haste.
Post-haste. Alright. And some more stealth checks.
No. No, it's fine. I'm actually pretty good at stealth, so. Woo!
I'm only good at stealth if the dice deems it so.
For the second time today, I have rolled a critical fail. Exclusively for a stealth check.
So 3, right?
3.
Yeet. I got an 18.
I have rolled a critical on the other side of the dice. That's a natural 20, plus 7, so 27.
Ooh, wee.
You
Apparently,
are a bush in the landscape that I'm trying to hide behind.
Apparently, I waste all of my good rolls on the one-shots that don't really matter. And then when we're in, like, the real high-intensity stuff in the main campaigns, it's just shit.
You mean you're under a dice curse?
Apparently.
As the party continues on, day has completely fallen, yet the trees provide...
Wouldn't they have risen?
Day falls. The sun has completely risen, but day has fallen. Why does night fall?
Because the sun goes down.
But the moon comes up.
The moon's not night, though. You can have night
Moon
without
rises.
That's true.
The day has fallen. Gondor calls for aid.
I don't know. I just feel like Dayfall just sounds like a post-hardcore band.
I was
Day has
thinking
risen.
the same thing.
Anyways, day has fallen.
Okay.
We'll help him back
I'm
up.
going with it.
Dayfall. They play everything in drop A.
It's a grindcore band.
Gnome Force Star 7 approaches their destination, and as they get closer, they see a largish group, maybe 5 or 6 lizard folk, heading off down this main path that you guys can see just through the forest a ways off of the riverbank. And both Chompsky and Hugh are quickly able to duck down behind a tree and remain hidden.
Hey guys, why are you hiding?
But Verga, roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yoink.
Hello,
6.
fellow lizard folk.
I think that was pet interference. Probably should re-roll that.
That one's a 15.
Seeing both Chompsky and Hugh fall to the ground, Verga quickly notes the lizard folk running up the road, and as he goes to follow, he trips over his feet a little bit and falls down quickly, but makes a ruffling sound in the bush. And now the 3 gnomes lie completely still in the forest as the lizard folk party has stopped and is looking into the forest. Time seems to move ever so slowly, as every heartbeat seems to take an hour. But after a
Toss a
moment,
steak that way.
It's like a Lord of the Rings move. Toss the bag to the other side of the road.
but after a few moments, this lizard party turns and heads back on their objective. The 3 of the gnomes think that perhaps they caught wind of the bodies that they lit and might be going to check that out. And they are free to continue on their way.
Whew.
Onward and inward, aye.
Right. Let's go, gents. Let's go. Oh, real quick. He's going to take the crystal ball out, and he's going to just kind of like knock on it a little bit. Hello, Captain? Not a ball. Oh, sorry, the crystal. Anyways, he's going to like knock on it. He's like, Captain? You there? You there, Captain? Hello? And he like holds it right to his ear. Oh!
Hey, what are you doing? I'm in a meeting right now.
Well, you told me to call you to keep you updated. This is your update.
Faint clapping sounds in the background.
Listen, it's the work Christmas party. What the fuck? It's the worst time to call.
Darling, just go back to bed.
Alright, Captain, we're at the gate. We're going to be letting the water out soon.
Oh, God damn it. I gotta get my pants on. All right, boys. Hang tight. I'll have everybody ready.
Rightio, Captain. We'll see you in two licks of a whisker's tail.
Why doesn't he have his pants on yet?
I don't know. Didn't you hear the noises?
I mean, I like to keep my... Well, I guess he wasn't at home. Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh. Is his office at Nomatovny Plaza?
I was thinking the same one.
That's where the Christmas party is.
Alright. And as Gnome Force Star 7 continues on their way, they approach into the outskirts of this small town, sitting right next to the coast with the retainer wall that has the valve that needs to be opened.
Right then. Does anyone know where this valve actually is?
Well, if it's anything like my bathroom faucet, maybe on top, you just sort of twist it, and there's,
How the hell did you get a house with indoor plumbing?
Listen, the pay's good. I was able to get a nice cottage over by the...
I've got to live on a trailer. It's parked in the back of the parking lot.
This is my, whatever. It's my vacation home.
Just how long have you been with her, making all that? Oh, rank's got to have something to do with it.
Just put in the hours, and then, save a little here, a little there.
Mate, I think you need to go talk to Brenda in HR. Maybe a pay scale adjustment.
Well, anyways, we should probably go to, probably the cold water, be the better one.
As an alternative to what?
The hot water, like on a faucet.
You're telling me they have a boiler hooked up to this thing? I didn't know we could have a hot running river.
For clarification, there's a gate with a pulley system that you can open and...
Makes sense to me.
Is it hot running or cold running is what
it's salty?
Okay.
Those tinkers...
Salty surprise.
I blame the lizard folk.
Wait, we're gonna water our crops with salty water? This seems like a bad plan.
Hey, listen, man.
Times are
The
tough.
soil is different in the world of Vassanoka, you bitch.
You have osmosis machines.
We may not have indoor plumbing, but by God, we'll have osmosis.
You know how to boil water, okay?
We can filter it fast enough to water our crops.
No, I just want my corn grown with salty water. That way, when I go to make my popcorn, I don't have to add any salt to it. It just pops pretty salty.
Choice.
But how do you get the plant to grow is my question.
Things work differently here.
Just rub it real nice in the right spot.
Stroke it along the shaft.
Yeah.
Ask the captain. He seems to know how that works.
Never know. You might have been watering the crops.
That's what that noise was.
That water's less salty.
Slowly the Builder actually built in a whole filtration system just down the river.
Just around Riverbend.
Oh, that's the second aqueduct. The second aqueduct.
The desalination station.
Exactly. And of course, every summer, when the water's not flowing, you gotta chip away all the salt, and that's where you guys harvest all your salt from. Sell it.
Then why does he have to live in a trailer? He really needs a pay increase. Sounds like you're
I didn't say the Verga lives in a trailer. He did. Anyways, you guys have approached the outskirts of the city.
It's bad with money.
Maybe if you stop wasting your money on those little tiny diorama little things, origami.
They're collectible.
Listen, I know. It says collect all 1,082. How many are you at now?
Well, I've got some duplicates. I only need to get like 3 more. The ultra rares.
Right.
You get like 1 out of every 300 packets that you buy.
Right, and I got the...
It's a random pick.
Yeah, one time I got the platinum, gold, silver one. Is that one worth anything? Is that one of the...
Cool. Right. I'd trade you nearly a year's earnings for that one. This might be why I live in a trade.
You telling me you've got the gnome too?
Alright, so how do we get up to those faucet handles? Oh, look, there's a gate. Maybe that'll... Oh.
How about you roll a perception check and you see what you're
Yeah, see if I can see
I'd
that.
rather not.
Oh, damn it! It was so good. It was literally, you saw that?
It was
like
on the edge.
it was there. I was like, oh, nice, 14, and then it went plop 4.
You
Wait,
also roll
but it's
perception.
perception, so that's a 6.
All right. Anyone else want to roll perception?
Yeah.
See what you all.
No, leave it to your fearless idiot leader.
I didn't even roll. Just blocked.
Ooh. The 3rd time.
Critical fail.
Damn, I thought I did bad.
Chompsky.
I rolled a 22.
That's all.
That means it was... hold on, perceptions. Wonderful! So that's a 2.
Right, maybe we should find a way into... Ooh, look, a shiny rock.
As they
Boots
approach,
have really taken some damage this trip.
the wall to the city, Chompsky takes a look, and
Take a look. It's in a book.
Was I holding somebody up? That might be why I didn't see much.
Oh, I can't see anything. Past your balls. I thought you were supposed to climb up on my shoulders the other way.
I mean, he's wearing pants.
You got your crotch in my face, is what I'm saying.
Chompsky is able to see, scanning the wall, he's able to scout out a good area into the city, just on the edge of where the river, there's a bridge that goes over the river, and it looks like there's going to be a small enough space that you guys could squeeze under that bridge along the edge of the river. Looking on top of the wall, Chompsky counts maybe 5 lizard folk top the wall, just slowly patrolling. Not very motivated or anything, just walking around. And that's the extent of what Chompsky really pulls up.
Okay.
Hey everybody, RJ here. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Realms and Nerds. If you are, and you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications for the show to know when new episodes are released. Also, maybe share the show with someone else that you think would enjoy it. It's one of, if not the best, ways to help our podcast continue to grow. It's available on pretty much every platform out there, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the melody of our main theme. And of course, thank you to every single one of you for listening to our podcast.
So is the city like built kind of around the dam, or is the dam to one side of the city?
The city is kind of built around the dam. The city was a roll a history check.
I can do those.
Shit! Wish I could roll a history check.
Why?
It's +4.
Nope,
Then
I
roll a
can't do
history
that.
check.
I'm not the one that's seeing the things that he's seeing.
You're looking at the city. What do you know about the city?
With my 4 perception.
What do you know about the city?
What do I know? Well, that's going to be a 16.
Technically, history would be independent of
Perception.
because history is just things
What
you know.
don't actually know. What Hugh knows about the city, as well as the dam, is that they all were built by Lowly, which was one of the 5 builders that was the founders of the Builders Road.
Yeah, you saw one of the builders, and I went, oh my god.
So this city, as well as the dam and the river, were all built in the very first ages of Vassanoka's civilization, or civilized recorded history. And so, a long time ago, this city used to be completely under gnome control, and there was a steady stream of communication between the cities and the mountains and this city here on the riverbed, or on the ocean bank, before the lizard folk kind of took over this city as one of their main capitals. So everything is kind of built around the dam here, as a lot of the city has kind of different mechanisms in it that are responsible for the flow of the water and the gate.
Okay.
So we just gotta turn on a valve. Why don't we just dismantle the whole freaking dam and nobody will have to come out here again?
Wait. Said, if we could get the dam back under control, the city is a good fortress for gnome civilization, you see? That's what we want. That's what the cat wants. And this dam is kind of the centralization part of that, in the whole system.
The captain only wanted us to turn on the valve.
Yeah. It'll flush out the lizard folk. Or rather, I don't know. This artist kind of follows. Not really a thinky guy.
What?
Wizard.
I mean, I think we all know that this is a bad plan, but I suppose orders are orders.
Right, so let's figure our way in. Beat up those lizard folk. Turn on the water. And call them there.
All of them we made, or are we still keeping it low profile?
Yeah, I'd like to get out of here alive.
Well, mate, I did notice there's a little bit of a gap down there under the bridge. You see, we could sneak in, I think. Maybe not be noticed.
With a shot?
Alright, let's do it. We do that.
Alright. Gnome Force Star of 7 heads, hugging the wall of the city, over to the riverbank and under the bridge. As they get their first sight into the city, they see, just as their intel had expected, there is very little as far as any kind of population here. There's a very small presence on the walls and a very small amount moving around the city, but there's really no artisans or any kind of hustle and bustle of the city. You're not seeing kids or families or anything like that. Seems like there's simply a small skeleton crew that was left behind.
Perfect.
You also note that from the river, there's kind of 3 main paths that you could go on. The city, there's the river in the middle, and you can go on either side, or on the far side of this, on the left side from where you are, it seems like there's another kind of arcing street that would take you closer to the wall.
Right, boys? Which way should we go? You guys seem to have a good mind for this kind of thing. So, I'll choose. How about left? Left sound good?
Which left?
What do you mean? Your left, my left?
Which route to the left?
The left one?
The left?
That's the thing. He's kind of dumb.
The wall or the riverbed?
I mean, don't we want to stay closer to getting to the dam?
Right.
Going left seems like that takes us farther away.
Good idea. Then let's do that.
Riverbed it is.
So you guys going on the right side of the riverbed, then? Or the left side of the riverbed?
Left side. Yeah.
Yeah, the side that... Well, his suggestion is the side that keeps us closer.
Yeah, we do that.
Alright, I'm gonna need some more stealth out of you
It's my
boys.
favorite. That's what I do best.
Another crit fail coming up.
Come on, Bronson. Go big or go home.
You don't gotta do it.
That's an 11.
That's better.
Plus 10.
Sure is.
I got a 26.
I got an 8.
Somebody gonna die today, and his name is Hugh.
Chompsky leads the way from under the bridge, scurrying along from house to house, pushing up against each wall and trying to make himself look as small as possible. Verga following right behind him, sticking close to his tail, and Hugh following up the rear. As they're passing a house partway through the city, about halfway through the city, Chompsky's on the far end of the building, and right as he's about to turn the next corner, the door at the other end of the building opens up, and Hugh finds himself standing right next to a lizard folk who's just opened this door. You have a moment's reaction. What are you going to do?
Would you like to buy some chocolate?
How close, how far in, like, I know I'm right by the guy, but, like, how far is that from the end of the building I came from? It is...
Maybe 10 feet.
Okay, and then is this the kind of location where more, kind of like a residential where there's, like, spacing between, or is it more like a city where it's, like, building to building?
I mean, there are some small alleyways between buildings.
Is there a small alleyway before this building?
There's a doorway right behind this guy.
The one he came out of you were talking about?
Correct.
But the door opened up on the opposite side of me? So, like, he's between me and the door that he opened? Or is the door between him
You're
and me?
staring him in his eyes.
Oh, so he sees me.
Correct.
Alright, he's just gonna, like, oop, I think you got some gum on your shoe there? Alright, what? And then he just runs. Actually, he's still gonna do the whole gum bit to try and get the guy to look down, but then he's gonna, try and cast sleep on this guy.
Okay.
So, I think I have to roll for that. I don't know for sure. I've never actually used that spell.
Basically, you roll dice, and then however many hit points that is, if it exceeds the max number of hit points that the opponent has, they get put to sleep.
Okay, cool, thanks. I was reading it and I was like, I don't know what it's saying
So
here.
just roll
And-
5d8.
Yep.
Add
When
it
you-
up.
Well, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, roll an additional 2d8 for each spell slot level above first.
Yeah, he's casting it as a third level spell. Alright, so... So, 48 is what I rolled.
Put him to sleep twice, baby.
You got going, shoe friend? Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Alright, cool.
And as
And he's gonna quietly, like, close the door, kind of pushing the guy's body back inside.
Alright. And you're off again. A few minutes later, the party approaches a towering wall on the edge of the ocean. You can hear the waves crashing against this wall as you get closer and closer to it. You see in the middle of the wall there's a large gate with metal bars across it, and then these large chains that go all the way down to the bottom of the gate. And you see them rigged up to the top. There's some sort of pulley system, and they go into these kind of rooms on the side of the tops of these gates. Do a perception check.
All of us?
Anyone that would like to see?
I was just making sure.
I can see! I can fight!
12?
Dirty 20.
18.
Both Chompsky and Hugh are able to follow these chains down. They They see that they go into the room at the top of the wall, but then following it down, you kind of see these conduit-like, hollowed-out holes that go down, and on either side of the gate, there are 2 more sheds on ground level that you assume are some sort of gate houses.
Right, so do we need to get these things going or stop them? I don't know which way does what thing.
I'm not entirely sure.
Can we tell as we look at this gate which way it swings?
Up.
Oh, it just goes up. Okay.
So it's more like a gate that lowers?
Kind of like, yeah.
Because, I mean, it could have been that, or it could have been like back cave, garage door.
Well, but it could have gone out like this.
No, when he said up, like whether it be like opens out and up.
I was
or if it
thinking
just
it could even go like side to side, just like.
I mean, those are, but those aren't up. I was going off. I was trying to figure out which.
My next guest was lift up from the bottom.
Push it down.
All right. Well, I think we got to get up there on the wall. Looks like we got to pull this gate up.
How many gatehouses did you say there was?
Well, it looks like there's 2 guard shacks down on the bottom, and then 2 gatehouses up top.
Well, I'm not exactly mechanical minded, but I would think that we would need to distribute equal tension across in order to draw the gate up properly. Trying to pull from one side, I mean, you ever get the shades hung up on your trailer and just one side won't go down? It doesn't really shut you off.
What? Sorry, you lost me at...
Window screens?
You lost me at evenly distribute?
Hey, nobody ever said he was a smart wizard.
He knows magic, not.
He knows magic, not common sense.
Yes.
Would you like to... So what's the plan? What's the plan here then, boys?
I think we're going to try and lift the gate up, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Right, so what you suggest we do, we just lift the gate up, right? Or is it
Won't we be washed away?
lifting it up? We all just making a suggestion. Don't pin this on me. I didn't think of this up.
Don't take it personal, I'm just questioning what's going to happen to us as soon as that water starts flowing.
Or maybe I should have rolled insight before even commenting that.
I'm gonna roll a investigation check. See if Hugh can see anything that looks like I can't think of the fucking word.
Why don't you roll an investigation check?
Yeah, the thing to lift the gate up. 24.
As Hugh is looking at these buildings and the gate, he decides to walk into one of these bottom sheds. And when he does, he notices that on the wall, there is a series of gears, big and small, a series that are all connected, and all the way down at the bottom of the wall, at gnome height even, is a small crank on the wall.
Alright, let's see what this can do.
And he's gonna take that and pull it.
And as he moves this crank around, it moves a few teeth and then it stops as though there's some sort of friction somewhere else in the system.
He's gonna slowly let go to see if it stays or if it moves back.
As he lets go, it clicks back a couple of teeth to a starting point.
Okay, he's gonna walk out.
Well, they can figure out part of the puzzle. There's you just pull the thing and it moves it, but it gets stuck. Check that out of the shed over there. There might be another one over there, keeping it from going full. If you know what I mean.
Yep. I'm following what you were saying. I was already on that plan before we got in here. I'm on my way over there.
He's gonna go back and then pull on the thing again to move it the partial bit that he can by himself.
As Verga headed over to the other shed, he finds almost the exact same array of cogs on the wall, followed by a small crank at the bottom.
Crank that crank.
Alright. He's just going to put tension into that crank, not going to holler or anything over to anybody. And he's just going to try to crank it as much as he can. So just like hold as much tension into it as possible.
And Hugh, who has already been holding tension on the other one, as soon as Verga goes to put force into the crank on his side, it spins all the way around, and he's able to move it smoothly, like cranking up or down a trailer, kind of. And as soon as he starts moving, Hugh almost falls forward a little bit as suddenly the crank on his side starts turning.
Nope, there's not really that much
Yeah, and he's going to kind of use that momentum of almost falling to, like, go into turning that crank more.
Chompsky is going to stay outside of the guard shack that Hugh went into to keep an eye out and make sure that
Well, why don't you roll a perception check?
nobody's rolling up on us. Okay, so that's...
Meanwhile, the lizards, hey, the water's coming!
I rolled a 15.
Alright. As Hugh and Verga continue to crank away at these two winches, Chompsky watches as the gate inches up little by little, and the water starts rushing through. And then his eyes immediately go to the city as he's watching all of the streets leading up to them. Verga and Hugh continue to work away, and the gate is nearly open, and as they both feel the gear starting to get heavy and they can go no further, they both stop, and as they do, they hear a satisfying click as the gear holds itself in place.
Oh, I'm glad for that. I thought I was going to have to wedge it.
Look at that. It's not moving. That's some clever design.
Hey, you!
Yeah, Chompsky.
Hey, is there any way you can take the handle off? Maybe delay them trying to put this back down?
Well, that's a good question. Let me see. What are my actual weapons?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go in there and look at it, because
Yeah.
I'm a tinkerer.
Alright.
I think I'm a tinkerer as well.
I was just gonna take my great axe and wedge it in between some of the gears.
Well, I'm just...
Yeah.
I'm a saboteur.
Yeah, I'm a tinkerer as well.
Okay.
Apparently.
So why don't we put our heads together and try to look at this? What do you want me to roll for this?
Yeah, an investigation, I guess.
Oh shit, I'm good at that.
Apparently I'm not. I got an 8.
I got another 24.
I guess, do we even roll anything extra for being a tinkerer, or is that just... That's just a background, right?
I think tinker is kind of just like, I don't know. It's on page 37.
Some kind of racial ability, I think.
Yeah, it's something to do with gnomes for sure.
Let me just see real quick here.
Or like a lot of mountain gnomes or tinkerers, I think.
I'm a rock gnome.
Yeah, rocky.
Deep gnome wasn't an option.
No, because that's a separate race, technically.
Okay, yeah, the tinkerer thing
What?
is kind of...
Story.
Yeah, you have proficiency with artisan tools, which we're not currently using because we're just looking at this, and then you can make little things if you spend an hour, little tinker toys. So that doesn't have anything to do with rolling, just to like look at things directly. So okay, so we're looking at it.
Looking real good.
As you're looking at it, Hugh has the idea of simply removing the handle. He finds some sort of locking bolt that could be unscrewed. And Chompsky, talking with Verga, thinks that perhaps they could wedge something in the gears, like Verga had said, or something that would slow it down more mechanically. But what Chompsky had originally suggested, removing the handle, is a very viable option.
Well, we'll just take the step. Am I able to do that since I can see where, like, how the mechanism works to remove the bolt to take the thing out?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so once he started working on that, then I'm going to go over to the other side and basically just tell Verga, Hey, Verga, we can take these handles off. Maybe slow them down a
I
bit.
was already wedging my great axe in there.
Okay.
Oh, well, maybe I will have to give you up, Beauty.
So with that, he climbs down and goes to pull off the handle.
Alright, Chompsky, were you still kind of keeping an eye outside?
Yeah, I just kind of ran over there and told him you could take the handle off, but then kind of went back outside. And I'm also, now that, the water's flowing fully, I'm also kind of trying to look and see if I see any boats around here.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'm on a boat.
Nope, no boats.
One boat.
I rolled a 7.
I'd like to roll a perception check. 6.
Looking around, Chompsky doesn't notice any boat crafts in plain sight.
Okay. Still no lizard folk coming?
Currently, no. The gate's been open for maybe 2 minutes now, and Chompsky does think to say something to Hugh about letting the captain know.
That was what I was just thinking. So, yeah, I was actually just about to do that. I'm going to run then back over to the other shack. Hugh, you better tell the captain
What?
there's some
No,
water incoming.
I'm not trying to gamble away with ants. What?
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 Never mind, mate. Just call the captain. Tell him that there's water coming. And quick.
Right? He takes out the crystal and he taps on it again. That was this thing on?
Hey, you there you are!
Yeah, shh. We're inside. There might be some lizard folk stationed nearby. Just letting you know, Captain, the water's going to be coming real quick.
You opened up the gate!
I think we did. I'm seeing water leaving out of it. I'd say that's an affirmative.
And you hear scrambling and like glass knocking into each other, all these different crystals, as you hear the captain on the other side. All teams, get ready for water. We got water incoming.
Alright, get ready for a bunch of baths, guys. Yeah?
Alright, good job, boys. You know the drill. See what you can do to get out of there. Yeah. But also the gate needs to be closed in like 10 minutes' time.
What? But don't we want to keep the water running?
Well, if the water runs year-round, it completely messes up our aqueduct systems and,
Well, that's just bad design.
well, don't be bad-mouthed lowly now.
Alright,
Seems
Captain.
like he's done all that work for himself, if you ask me.
Alright, we'll stick around here. Make sure to get the gate closed. Then we'll see you back at camp. Alright, love you, bye.
Why does that damn kid always say he loves me?
Well then, I guess we'll go put the handles back on.
Yep. Captain said to give it about 10 minutes. So in the meantime, you guys ever gambled with ants before?
Can't rightly say that I have.
Right, it's the experience to never forget. Oh, they like to cheat, so fuck us.
How do you gamble with ants?
Don't ask me! I don't know.
Use them as currency?
No, you're gambling against
Damn cheaters.
those fucking cheaters.
Right, so we're hanging out for 10 minutes while water's flowing.
Well, only like 7 minutes now.
Okay.
Yeah, this water flow is really gonna make me go. Hold on a second. And he's gonna walk over and he's gonna take a piss in the river.
Into the river?
Here comes irrigation, fuckers!
Alright, that's good enough.
Roll stealth check for me.
13. They don't see me taking a leak.
As Hugh is coming back to the group, Verga and Chompsky have gotten these handles back on. It's been about 3.5, 4 minutes since the water started flowing.
We don't exactly still have an exit strategy.
It's fine. Yeah, maybe not. Chompsky, give me another perception.
I do those sometimes. 15.
Chompsky, peering out of the shed, is able to see a group of 3 lizard folk approaching. He thinks that they could either wait here in the shed and have some sort of jump on them, or he thinks maybe he could throw out some food to them or try to delay them some other way. But it looks like they're going to be coming right towards the gate sheds.
Okay. Do they see us?
They have yet to see you.
Okay.
But you've seen them.
You're gonna have to catch me, bitch.
Alright, I have the stakes, right?
You have 5 stakes.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go... Actually, first I'm gonna... To the other two, I'm say, "Aye, we got some lizards incoming. I'm gonna go see if I can deal with them. Be ready to close that gate."
Alright.
At the ready.
So I'm gonna run a little ways up the road and try to throw out a couple of the stakes, like positioning them so that they'll see them when they're coming up the road.
Okay.
What's a steak dinner doing out here?
Can I get a stealth check?
Yes. 15.
Okay. Chompsky, seeing these 3 lizards coming down the road, he sees a small hill and takes the opportunity to close the gap, drop some meat, and is able to sneak back to the shed. And as he gets back, he sees these 3 lizards stopping and sitting down right in the street to tear at this pack of meat on the ground, and they get slightly violent towards each other, and there's hissing at one another before finally all of them sit down and eat whatever portion they ended up with.
Alright, boys, I got them distracted a little bit. Should buy us a couple minutes. We're gonna need an exit strategy, though.
Well, don't look at me. I was hoping somebody would come up with one before we got to this point.
Maybe just swim back? Colonel will help us with the speed.
But that current will be fading as quickly as we'll be on our way there. We gotta stop the water flow.
No, right.
Maybe, if we disengage the locking mechanism, that gate'll drop and we'll just be able to ride that last wave.
I'd feel a little bit better if we had something to float on.
Right. That's the only part I haven't got figured out yet.
Right, well, you take a look around. I didn't find anything. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Alright, I guess I'm going to take a scan of my nearby surroundings. Insight or perception?
Perception.
But I just rolled the 4th critical one. It paused for a second. Right here at 7, and then went 1.
What's your modifier?
2.
Another 3.
Verga also is unsuccessful.
I'm
in
neither perceptive or stealthy.
his search for some sort of watercraft.
We need a creative solution here. I'm plumb out of ideas.
Why doesn't Hugh roll perception checks? See what Hugh finds.
22.
Hugh takes a scan outside the door at the edge of the riverbank. He isn't seeing any boat or anything, but then his eyes quickly turn to a carpenter shop just up the road, and he notices a few freshly carved doors sitting outside, and he thinks that perhaps these could act as some sort of flotation device.
Right. I got it. The door's over there. We can just float down and loose.
Where in your head were you keeping that idea? That works.
Well, I just saw the doors.
I'm not gonna argue with it. That'll work well enough.
Well, let's go get them. So we're gonna go sneak over and get the doors really quick.
Alright, let's get stealth and then strength.
From all of us?
Everybody that's
I'm assuming
going.
Probably 1 door a person.
So
So, 15 stealth.
Unnatural 20.
And 13 strength.
That's 5 stealth,
I'm proficient at
8 strength.
Unnatural 20 stealth and 14 strength.
The three gnomes leave the shed, sneaking along the side of the road and make their way to the carpenter's shop. Both Chompsky and Verga find it rather easy to pick up their door, but as Hugh goes to lift his and get it kind of under his arm, it completely slips, landing on his toe, and he lets out a nice little yelp.
Ah! That just hit a little bit.
2
Tell me
points
about
of bludgeoning damage.
Best swallow that noise, mate.
He's able to regain control of the door, and all 3 of the gnomes are able to bring the door over to the edge of the river and position them up next to the guardrail. About this time, it's been about 7 minutes now since the water's been opened, and it's about time to get back to close it up. And as you guys position these doors, you hear some commotion from down the street.
Alright, what now?
I'd say we should get in position to drop that door.
I was trying to roll perception to see if I knew what was going on down the road, but I rolled an 8, so...
I'll do you one better. 9.
Unnatural 20.
Hey!
There you go.
I officially became stealthy and perceptive.
Nice. Alright. As you're getting back to the gate next to the shed, Verga takes a look back and sees coming down the street a group of about 10 lizard folk. He notices that one of them is a member of that group that they had seen earlier.
Boy, we got them cold-bloodeds headed our way.
How much time do we have?
Oh, no more than a minute or 2, I'd say.
Right, time to make like a vegetable and dip.
Time to stop cranking. So I'll go over to the other shack and start.
Roll an insight check for me real quick.
Okay. 21.
21.
Chompsky is able to, looking at the distance of these lizard folk and how long they're supposed to have the gate open, he thinks that if they start closing the gates right now, they would have a hard time getting to those doors. They'd have to be running straight through all those lizard folk, would be right outside of the hut by that time. So he's wondering if perhaps they should take care of one problem and then lower the gate.
You're not saying fight the lizards.
You ain't saying to not fight them.
So, as I look at this gate, do we have to manually crank it all the way down, or will it freewheel if we start them?
It's hard to say from just looking at it.
Okay.
That sounded like
I could figure that out really easily. If I just pull the handle a little bit, does it start spinning, or do I have to keep cranking?
Well, if you pull one handle, the other handle kind of holds it in place.
Yeah, but Hugh's at the other one.
Okay. I'm just gonna yell across him, because at this point our cover's blown, pretty much. Hey, you!
Yeah.
Let's do a test and see how this works, right? I'm gonna move the handle just a little bit.
Alright.
If they start spinning, we break for the doors. If not, I think we're gonna have to fight these lizards before we get out of here.
Alright.
Alright, on 3. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
2.5, 3.
And pull and see what happens.
Alright, give a strength check from both of you.
Okay, that's the money. Dirty 20.
That's a 9.
Verga, give Hugh a hand.
Alright. Strength. It's an 8.
9 plus 8 is 17. That's how it works, right?
With our powers combined, we are barely competent.
Nope, just 2 rats in a trench coat. Sorry, raccoons.
Chompsky puts his whole weight and all of his strength into his handle. Hugh doing the same into his, but he loses his footing. Verga jumps on the handle as well, and as he does, they feel the door start to spin down. Click, 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 slowly building pace. Though all of those gears that are on the wall act as a reduction mechanism for you to be able to crank it up. So as soon as it is let go, that handle is spinning, 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 but the gate is slowly moving down.
Man, but it's still moving, and that's what we were hoping for.
That's all we really need. We just need it to go down so it'll turn off. Alright, so as soon as I see that happening, Chompsky's gonna run out of his side and start breaking for the doors. Time to go, lads!
Oh, you! Let's get out of here!
I don't know who you're talking to, because Hugh basically is already out the door. Lead us, Anslin! If on that, just grab the door and go!
Alright. I need all 3 of you to roll initiative.
Nope.
I refuse on the grounds that I said no.
The grounds that I don't want to.
21.
21?
12.
I got a 4.
Tell me why I can't just run away.
Alright. Even though Chompsky and Hugh took off running first, Verga is a sprinter. And he come running full force, and they see a smaller, only 3 of the larger group is ahead and is going to be in your path on your way to the doors. And Verga just comes sprinting at this group and has first attack.
Alright. I'm going to immediately use Rage and my extra attack. So I'm going to get as close as possible. Well, can I attack them this turn then? Mm-hmm. Alright. So the one that is, I guess, in the middle. First attack is 21.
That will hit.
21.
Second one is a 6.
That will hit.
First attack is 9 points of damage.
Alright.
Third attack is 22.
That will hit.
The fourth one is a 19.
That will also hit.
Third attack damage is 8. And then the fourth is also 8.
As Verga comes sprinting past Chompsky and Hugh, he pulls out his 2 hand axes and lunges into the lizard folk in the middle of this group, and with a fury of blows, cuts off one of his arms and then slashes across his throat, and he falls to the ground dead. Next up is the lizard right next to him on his right, who, seeing his comrade fall, is going to make an attack against Verga. He's going to make 2 attacks, one with his heavy club and one with his spiked shield. 17.
That will hit.
And 10.
That will not hit.
Alright. You're going to take 4 piercing damage. Or sorry, 4 bludgeoning damage.
2 bludgeoning damage.
Aha.
Resistance during rage.
And next up is the lizard that was on the left of this one that fell. And he is going to take a step forward and take a swing at Chompsky. With 16.
No.
And 9.
Nope.
Alright, and next up is Chompsky.
Alright, baby. You can go after this dude that just was hitting on me here. You know, man, I gotta do it.
Well, you know, lizards, they'll even eat each other.
That's not going to do it. No, it's not going to. That's 13.
That will not hit.
Okay, well, that's a 21. That'll hit.
That will hit.
And since that first part went so badly, I'm going to do my flurry of blows as well.
Alright.
Just to,
Spice it up.
spice it up, get a little extra in here. That's not going to do it. Nope. Okay, cool. Cool, no doubt. 5 attacks, 1 hits. Rolled all my good rolls on the stupid checks and stuff. Now I actually need to fight something. Nothing. 11 points of damage.
Alright. Next up is Hugh.
Finally. So, okay, how many? There were still 2 left, right?
There's 2 left.
Yeah.
One that Chompsky had engaged, and the other one that was just attacking Verga.
Yep. Okay. The one that's attacking Verga is the one that he's gonna get with. Decisions. Yeah, he's gonna use Chromatic Orb as a second level spell.
And then?
And then I gotta attack.
And then?
Again.
And then?
Again.
And then?
And then...
And then?
No more, and then... it's an 18.
That will hit.
Okay.
You are a wizard, Harry.
Hugh.
I know what his name is.
So that's going to be 15 points of damage, and I'm having it be cold damage.
Wow.
You are a wizard.
Sure is.
Alright. This lizard gets hit with a ball of cold energy, and it slows down for a moment. And next up is Verga, who has this frozen lizard in front of him.
Gonna smash it.
Smash it then.
Alright.
Do it.
Gonna smash it.
Still raging. First attack is a 16.
That will hit.
And the second attack is a 14.
That will miss.
First attack does 6 points of damage. Third attack is a 21.
That will hit.
And fourth attack is a 22.
That will also
So that's 7, 6, so 13 more points of damage.
With another fury of blows, Verga cuts through this ice-cold lizard, and as his hand axe makes contact with its skin, it's still cold and brittle that it almost shatters on the outside before he hits the soft flesh within. And this lizard also falls to the ground. The last remaining lizard, standing face to face with Chompsky, decides to make another attack. Unnatural 20.
Yep.
And 7.
Nope.
Alright. First attack is going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
I might.
And next up is Chompsky, who's just taking this little whack with the club.
Just a little whack.
Just a little whack.
Like 5 minutes in the bathroom.
I'm just gonna punch this dude.
Chompsky! Punch!
That is a 22. That's a nat 20, so 24 total, which will hit. And 16.
Those will all hit.
There we go. I think I could probably do without the flurry of blows this time. 38 points of damage.
Oh boy.
You broke every bone in its decrepit body.
Chompsky, with a sweeping leg kick, first takes out this lizard folk's legs, and as he's completely airborne, he jumps on top of him and starts running up his body, as he's falling down, and then punches him into the ground. And this lizard folk is very dead. And the gate is steadily closed.
Surf's up, dude.
Right. Hop 2, let's get out of here.
Right behind you. Or in front of you.
Hugh, do you need some help with that wood?
What?
Hugh, can I help you with your wood?
No, I think he just like blinks several times. No, I think I'll go with it. Unless you mean no, but I think I'll go up there too. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Right then. Alright, everybody up and over, let's go.
I'm already headed for the water.
Alright. I
Boogie
need
board
you
style.
all to do just a straight dex roll on how well you can get out your board into the water.
Surprised to be sure, but a surprise.
15.
Unnatural 20.
Hey!
Unnatural 3.
I will.
Actually, technically, it's a totally natural 3 because my dex modifier is 0.
As Chompsky and Verga grab their doors and jump into the water, they are able to stay atop them as the current takes them down the passageway. As Hugh hits the water, he flips off his board, and I need a dexterity saving throw.
What? Give it room. 17.
So at first we thought it went door side up, and he was bloop, and then it rolls.
Luckily, he was able to hang on to the door and was able to pull his chest onto the board. Not quite get his whole body back on top, but enough to stay afloat and catch his breath as he heads down the river.
Oh, we're good. It's all good. Yeah. Riders on
And
the waves.
as they're heading down the river, once again, Hugh feels a vibration from his pack and
He's gonna take the crystal out. Hello?
Hugh, are you still alive, boy?
I think so.
Woo-wee! I wasn't sure I was ever going to hear your voice again. Everyone make it out all right?
It's good to hear your beautiful voice too, Captain.
Yeah, y'all all right, though?
Yeah, are we alright? Yeah.
What's going, Boone?
Yeah, I think we're alright.
All right, well, we've got some more gnome station to pick y'all up once you're in our territory, and we expect that the water should be hitting our aqueducts any minute now.
Right, and you'll probably see us about 10 minutes after, depending on how well we ride these waves.
You guys are riding in the river right now.
Yeah, we figured it'd be the fastest way out.
Woo-wee! Well, good luck to you boys. Try not to get mixed up in that whole aqueduct system.
What do you mean mixed up?
Well, they're closed tubes, you know. I mean, once you're in it, I mean, that'll be a problem for another day. Congratulations, boys.
Oh.
Great work.
Alright, yeah. Thanks, Captain.
And he make sure to bring that crystal back to my office as soon as you get back.
Alright, we'll do. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Alright, Captain. Bye. Love you.
And Gnome Force Star 07 washes down the lowly river back towards the capital of Copenhagen, and they are found to be heroes bringing water to their people for that year, and I'm sure we may hear from them some other time.